What's up, guys? My gamer tag is Commander. You can feel free to call me Joe. I come from Philadelphia, representing the collective, and my main character is Oscar.
Hey everyone, Mean Neen here from New York, currently quarantining in DC, and my main is Nina, and kind of Anna, but I'm terrible with her, so just Nina.
Yo, what up guys? My name is Yoj and I'm a Tekken competitor. I live in State College, PA, and my main character is Julia Jang.
I am a winning committee. I'm a horror player from Queens.
Yo, my name is Ty. I am from Pennsylvania. I've been playing Tekken for 3 years, ever since Tekken Summit came out. So I guess 3.5 years. My mains are Brian and Marduk.
Hey everybody, my name is Joey Fury. I'm from Buffalo, New York. I represent Equinox Gaming, and my main characters are Craig Marduk and Paul Phoenix.
How do I feel about my play during lockdown? I set a couple goals for myself to be more patient and respect spatial awareness, and also just not to rush in completely and take turns. None of it happened. I'm still very much the master I was before lockdown started, and my goal is still to make sure that the other player can't get into a groove. If they can get into a groove, it's usually a very quick finish, and I lose pretty handily, so I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that can't happen.
Well, ever since lockdown started, there have been a lot of online tournaments that I've been joining that have really helped me with my tournament nerves. So I'm getting a bit more used to it, which really helps, with confidence, execution, all that. So I feel that since I've had a lot of time dedicating to tournaments.
So my level of play during lockdown has kind of fluctuated a lot, because when we were first in this, situation where we couldn't go offline, I played a lot of online tournaments to kind of supplement that, and I was playing a lot of online in general. But more recently, in the past few months, I haven't really been playing online very much. I haven't entered an online tournament in 4 or 5 months. I haven't really been playing the game much in general. I haven't even played Tekken in a week. So overall, I think that my level of play has definitely gotten better. But more recently, it's definitely gone down because I haven't played in forever. So we're going to see if I just get blown the fuck out tomorrow. Very likely.
To be honest, I haven't really been grinding the game like that since everything went online. So I'm probably not going to be as sharp on everything as I know I could be. But I can still live punish. That's the one part of my game that I know I'm still confident in, is that I will still live punish if you fall asleep. And we're going to sit back and let that carry us to victory.
So I feel pretty good about my level of play during lockdown. Of course, I think certain aspects of my gameplay are taking a hit because I pretty much exclusively play online, but I am playing very consistently nowadays, and I've been entering a lot of tournaments, generally doing pretty well. So pretty much any tournament I enter, I have a good amount of confidence in the way I'm going to play.
Now, mainly during the whole era of the pre-pandemic things, during the whole majors thing, I used to not be able to travel too much due to either college issues or money issues, sadly. So it was always a very rare occasion for me to even be able to attend a major, and I always took that to heart. So after the whole pandemic, sadly, that happened, we ended up actually having more competition when it came to online tournaments. We actually ended up having amazing tournaments that are Trace Complete, even though regionals and majors sadly decreased due to the pandemic. For my own personal experience, the level of competition in these online tournaments has dramatically increased and has given me more opportunity to actually expand further upon myself, to put in more practice pretty much, and be able to compete against some of the best throughout the states, which honestly has improved my level of play a lot and has given me more experience in those high level situations.
I would give Brian a ground throw. He will have the Marduk ground throw that gives Marduk a combo. So if you stay down against taunt, I don't have to worry about shitty soccer kick. I can just pick your ass up and throw you and get a combo. Yeah, Brian. Brian needs a ground throw. Brian needs a ground throw.
I think that to really be competitive at a high level with Nina, you have to take huge risks that make you look crazy. And I'd love to be able to mitigate that a bit with a safe mid launcher or a great tracking mid that has some range too. That would make me play a bit less crazy, but I'm not sure if I want that.
Honestly, I mean, I played Julia Chang, and like some moves that I kind of miss from the previous Julia was probably her 1-2 her 1 tilde 2 mix-ups from like Tekken 5DR. If you guys remember that, she had the little counter hit launcher off of their 1 tilde 2 forward 1. Now I'm not saying they should add that back, but she was also able to access Windroll from it at 1 point from 1-1, which was pretty toxic. But
I think I would give Hwoarang a new 15 frame while standing move, just because it's really hard going for sidestep cancels all the time, or the effect 3-3 move whenever I want to punish anything from while standing. I think it'd be really nifty.
So what new move would I give my main character in Season 4? I feel that Marduk is very complete this season. He's an extremely strong character, and because of that, I feel like there's not really much for me to ask for. There's not much like demand for me to request any new tools with him. I just feel so confident and comfortable with the character. If I really had to choose, there's a move that I really like with him, down forward 1+2, and I often feel that it's not entirely worth going for. I would maybe want them to enhance that move in some way, some sort of counter hit reward for it maybe. Really asking for anything with Marduk, it seems like a lot to me, because he's just so good. But yeah, down forward 1+2, if they enhanced it in some way, I think that'd be really cool.
What new move would I give to Asuka in Season 4? Well, if a 10 frame punish is out of the question, her jab string, 1-3. Back in Tekken 5, the low was, you could do the low by itself, and I think the input was just standing 3. So I'd be pretty happy if they brought that low back, even though it's not new, and maybe they adjust the frame data to it a little bit. Either that or a command 1-throw. It would be pretty cool, or I would really enjoy it if Asuka had a full throw game that she could take advantage of. It might help her with opening up some players, maybe not. You can't break them all, so that would be really cool to have.
Favorite tournament memory? My first in-person in New York was a tournament that Arslan Ash flew over for at this end of the year tournament in New York last year. I think there were, I don't know, somewhere around 100 entrants, and I was nervous, played my best, mashed my best, threw as much as I could, and got into the top 8. So I was really excited about that. It was kind of eye-opening for me that this could actually be a thing in terms of competing. And sad to have not really entered in much more because of quarantine, but it was an awesome experience.
Probably the one time that I was heading to my local in Brooklyn that Upfront, and I was running late that day, and I tried to let him know, but I may have messed up and not informed him properly, so he didn't know I was running late. And when I showed up late, he had already removed me from the bracket and was pissed off that I didn't properly let him know I was running late. He was so mad, and I was pretty scared. I thought he was just gonna kick me out, but he was feeling good that day, and I guess he let me in for some reason. He cut me some slack, let me back in. He didn't seed me or anything, but he still let me in, and I'm grateful for that. It's probably one of my favorite memories in any tournament. It was just unbelievable.
My favorite tournament memory is probably East Coast Throwdown 2018. That was my first time making it to top 3, even though it was just a regional, but I had all of my closest friends there with me, watching as I made it that far. And just being able to share that with them really meant a lot to me, knowing that they had my back, win or lose. So that would probably be my favorite.
I have lots of memories when it comes to tournaments. I think when it came to offline, I think my favorite tournament memory was just being able to meet all the players that I've always looked up to. Ever since I got into Tekken, for example, back in 2017, I used to just be in my bed in Saudi Arabia, which is where I'm originally from. I used to just be in my bed. I would just my first ever time actually watching competitive Tekken 7 was probably during the E-League thing that happened back then, where I just saw Shadow beating everyone with Claudio, and I just saw Cuddles' team going at it. I saw Anakin and Jimmy just going at it. It was just a lot of fun to watch. Honestly, I got inspired from that point. And being able to meet and even become friends with those people that I've always looked up to as players was honestly such an amazing thing. So probably Summer Jam was probably my favorite memory at that point.
So my favorite tournament memory, my number one is when I beat Shin Paulo at ECT last year, because that was the first time I ever made top 16 at a regional, and it was just a really big win for me in general. And the crowd, I never play with headphones when I go to a tournament because I like to hear the crowd always. And they were super behind me. I had a lot of my close friends in the front seats. I had Eddie was there, Alex was there, Stride was there, my friend Mikey was there, JJ Breeze was there. So in general, it just seemed like I had the whole crowd behind me. And, I was just really feeling the momentum, and when I beat him, I felt so good. I got up and gave Eddie the biggest hug of all time. And it was awesome.
So my favorite tournament memory, this is always a difficult one to answer, because I've been playing this game so long, and I have so many good memories associated with competing in Tekken. But if I had to pick one tournament, I'd probably select the 2017 Global Finals in San Francisco. It's the first time I went to a tournament and I felt like super VIP. It was such a cool feeling. And just surrounded by just Tekken greatness. I looked around and I saw Ni and Kudans, Jimmy J. Tran, Saint, all of these legendary Tekken players, and just to sit among them was such an honor and a very cool experience. I'll never forget it.
I think I'm mostly looking forward to fighting Yoj 99 again, just because he is really terrifying. He's pretty strong. And the first time I ever fought him, he beat me up real bad, and I didn't appreciate that. So ever since then, I want to keep fighting him. I want to beat him. I know I can beat him. He's strong, but I'm sure I can give him a run for his money. I'm hoping that I can show that in this tournament.
I'm probably looking forward to fighting Ty and Joey the most, because those are the people that I tend to lose to a lot. But even at the same time, I can never be mad when I lose to them, because it's always I genuinely feel like I've been outplayed and they've only helped me increase as a player. Meaning that it's just always a learning experience for me no matter what. I always love playing those people, and it's always just a lot of fun.
What matchups am I most anticipating in my group? I have 3. First is Ichiran. I love the mirror match. Win or lose, I love the mirror match. But the last time we played was a money match offline a long time ago. Didn't go so well for him. So I would love to see if he brings anything new to the table. So I'm looking forward to that. The second would be Mean Mean. I haven't played him at all, but from what I've seen, he can be really aggressive, and I will always enjoy the challenge of testing my defense against a really aggressive opponent. So that'll be fun, win or lose. And third is always going to be Joey Fury. I never get around to playing casuals with him, and that's something that needs to change. But whenever we do play, I just have a really good time. When no matter what character he plays, it's just always fun. It's just always fun.
Well, I've fought Tai, Commanda, Yaj, and Mean Mean. I've fought all four of them in tournament before, and it's always a challenge. They're always quite threatening, dangerous players. The other three in my pool, I don't have much experience fighting against them, so they're a bit more unknown to me. But the four I mentioned, I think all equally dangerous, and I'm anticipating matches against all of them.
Player in my pool that I'm anticipating the most is definitely Joey. Me and Joey, we have played a decent amount online. Like, we play sets pretty frequently. And I feel like if I play out of my mind, like I play super good, I can beat Joey. I just need to like actually play good and play solid, and I think I can beat him. But that's, in my opinion, will be the hardest opponent for me to fight. It's gonna be Joey, so I'm definitely looking out for that matchup. If I was a better man, I would say that I was gonna lab the characters, but I'm too lazy.